right. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to SAMTIME Live. Welcome. Yes, we're counting this as the first official live stream of the year. Last week never happened. Never happened. And by the way, quick shout out. The Missy. I was just about to shout out someone else, but ladies and gentlemen, forget it. Last in, last shouted out, Missy on my side. Round of applause if we can for subscribe. Through Prime. I'm Amazon Prime. Subscribe. So welcome. Enjoy the special funky emotes. Thank you, Bitter Times, for some sprinkling of bits. And also, just during the last, we had a little test stream on YouTube. You know, that's where you do your tests. You make sure, you do some technical difficulty. You get through all the kinks of a live stream on your main 167,000 subscriber channel. And that's where you sort out the kinks so that Twitch can really get you moving. And during that pre-stream, Daniel had a cup, £2 via super chat. So thank you very much. Daniel. And they said you're the best at YouTube comedy. Well, I hope Daniel you switched over to this. So Kamehameha shout out. And thank you everyone who's streaming this to the world. I think we're about 4 billion now. Very exciting. All right, so let's get into business. Let's get into some business. Yes, Goob, we are still working on the new intro. The priority, believe it or not, was making sure that the stream actually worked, that it ran properly, and that it wouldn't shut down. I think we're at a stage where it won't shut down. We should have a solid internet connection. We should have a solid Funk Pooter connection. There shouldn't be too much craziness happening there, and of course the audio with any luck won't cut out and ruin our lives. Anyway, and this will be a 2-hour stream. This will be a 2-hour stream today, and a little bit more housekeeping. After the stream, an hour after the stream, we will be having a live chat, a group chat with the Patriots, Funky Patriots. The links will be shared on Patreon. If you're a subscriber on Twitch, I'll also be sharing the link to join that live chat in the subscriber-only room. See where you're chatting now? This is where everyone chats. There's also a subscriber-only chat room that you can check that out 1 hour after the stream. We're doing a 2-hour stream. We're easing back into it. All right. So let's not have any whinging. Let's not have any complaining. All right, settle down, everyone. Let's look at this. We're back up to 3 videos a week. All right, settle up. And now we're doing the live streams. We're going to be uploading highlights and replays of the live stream on the second channel on top of the SAMTIME Daily Show 7 days a week, starting back up tomorrow for the Funky Patriots on Patreon. So let's all just settle down and give Sam a break. I'm sorry, I shouldn't lash out. I should know better. I'm just a little on edge, We've had some trouble. We had some trouble last week. Some of you may know that last week, YouTube decided to make some of our videos invisible. One of the main videos, it was how to... It was a Huawei video. Thank you very much, The Eagle's love for Hungy Bits. Thank you very much. Hey. Oh. Okay. But yeah, let me tell you the story about this invisibility cloak that we were gifted by YouTube. Now this, I'll discuss it a little more on Funky Monday to give you more details, but basically, I've heard about big YouTubers. They're always complaining, YouTube doesn't send out the notifications. Oh no, only half the people got this video. Oh, what's going on? I'm not on the homepage. I'm not on everyone's homepage. We had it a little even more intense than that. Now I understand what a lot of them were talking about. Because it wasn't that, half the people didn't get the notification. It's that nobody got the notification. Like this notification right here from the Eagle Love. Thank you for another 100 bits. See, we get the notifications, but apparently YouTube doesn't. Share it around there, BWA. Share it around. Because I'm getting possessed by the YouTube demon. See what they've done to me. But basically, it didn't get out. Some people found the video because I was talking about it on Twitter. Some people who had like third-party plugins were able to find out that the video went up. But it was getting like 50 views in like 3 hours or something. Craziness. And I thought it was a glitch. So I took the video down and then I re-uploaded it. And I thought, okay, maybe that'll fix it, because sometimes there's little glitches and sometimes re-uploading the video seems to fix things. But it turns out that didn't work either. My one backup. And then when I tried to contact YouTube, there was no email. See, when you get to be in a big position, a big player in the business, you get a special email that creators can contact YouTube through. And that wasn't showing up on my desktop. So I was like, holy crap. These are the end of times. This is it. We're going to get lost in the system. We've heard horror stories about these YouTubers who lose their AdSense, lose their monetization, can't talk to YouTube. I couldn't even upload stories talking about it. But luckily, I cracked out the old iPhone, which is broken. It has a broken camera. There'll be a video next week about about how broken it is. But I managed to dust that off because apparently the BlackBerry doesn't work with the YouTube app. And I was able to contact YouTube support through that. Before I go on, just a quick shout out again to Deagle Love. 300 bits. Ah! I'll give you a proper applause after a little story time. A little story time, then I'll get to the proper the proper shouting out. Okay. Anyway, we were able to contact YouTube. We were able to also contact Team YouTube on Twitter. I was very impressed that they replied, saying that they were investigating things. And it turned out I went to bed because I uploaded it at night time in Zimbabwe. They didn't get to it for a while, but it turns out about 4 or 5 hours post-upload, we were able to sort it out. Thank goodness. Because if you think about it, it's like uploading videos is the main thing you want to do on YouTube. And if that stuffed up and we couldn't get contact with YouTube, it sounds such a minor little glitch now in hindsight. But at the time, it's like, this is your livelihood. You know, we're pretty big. We're big time on YouTube, but there's 60,000 channels above us. So even if YouTube tried to look at everyone, they've still got 60,000 people to look at, and I'm just lucky we got sorted out. So big shout out to Freddie, who helped us out on the email, got everything sorted out, because if it didn't get sorted, not only would that stuff us up on the channel, like, oh, I can't upload any more new videos, but also I can't tell people that we can't upload videos. So then it's like you think I abandoned you. But it's not true. I've been here all along. Anyway, things seemed all right now. Things seemed fixed. So let's just give a big round of applause again to Eagle Love, basically sponsoring the first part of this live stream. Eagle Love. Round of applause in the chat if you got the emojis. If you've got the emojis. That's why you like the live channel Legendarian. Well, that's the backup. That's part of the reason we do Twitch streams instead of YouTube streams, is so that we have somewhat of a second channel. You never know. These horror stories you hear about not being able to contact these monolith companies. What, YouTube's like the second biggest site in the world. 60,000 people above us, even though we are big time and they should already know about us. What's going on? My goodness. Yeah, good point there, Ramsey. Not having one video upload, better than getting all videos demonetized. That's happening. That's a scary little thing that's happening nowadays. For no reason as well. That's the spooky thing. Like, it's one thing if it happens and it's like, all right, maybe it's slightly controversial content, so it sort of makes a little bit of sense. But for all of your videos to be demonetized just because of a glitch, because these things are run by algorithms now, you never know. You never feel safe. Anyway, this is what keeps me up at night. Ladies and gentlemen, another round of applause to Canned Breb. I can't believe it's 6 months. Canned Breb, 6 months now. Subscribe. Funky Patriot. The browser has been upgraded. Oh yes, Funky Breb did make us a browser. There might even be mention of that in Next week's Funky Monday. Oh, don't tell everyone. Don't tell everyone. Planning something big for a birthday. Very exciting. Very exciting. Okay. With the help of someone else special. Just a quick reminder. Wow, how exciting all that is. Do I have to do something? Can't remember. I'll have to check. I'll have to check again. But ladies and gentlemen, round of applause. And rev up. Alright, enough dancing. Let's get to the potatoes. Let's get to the potatoes. You don't have emojis, Legendary? Get some emojis. Oh, wrist-breaking applause from Bubmeister. Thank you, Bubmeister, for showing. Imagine that. Ow. I've seen some of those arm wrestling competitions where they're like, and then their arm like comes out of its socket. It's like, yeah, that looks like fun. Ooh. That's why you should never put your strength to the test. Never accept a challenge. This is the rule of Sam. These are the rule of Sam's. Okay. I'll just let you know, I'm trying something slightly different with these streams. I'm going to try and have the story. I'm going to try and follow a story. And then after the story, like, get a bit of a chunk done so I don't lose my train of thought and it could be entertaining to you guys, to the viewers. And then after that, have a little bit of a time where I see if anyone has commented about special stuff, any bits and bribes or subscriptions, just like a minute or two, just so I don't break my train of thought. Just because sometimes I get on a roll, nice bread roll, and you've got to keep that puppy rolling. Got to keep that puppy rolling. Ooh, Nightbot's here. Nightbot Cup. Wow. Yes, Bixby is still indisposed. Again, we're working on a new intro, and Bixby, still in the toilet, sir. 2 months rolling. Yeah, he's Bixby's still in the can. Still in the toilet. So yes, now that I believe we have a smooth stream, we can start looking at upgrading some of the intros and the Bixbys and everything like that. But Nightbot is here. That's good to know. That's good to know that Nightbot has arrived. Hey, buddy, where's Nightbot? No, I know your bot. Yeah, I know your bot. But go get get Nightbot for me. He's in charge of the stream. Yeah, get Nightbot. Botka is now transforming into his alternate form, aka Nightbot. And I believe he's finished. He did a little, yeah. Oh, that's now that is an evolution, bud. Wow, that's Pokemon level. That went beyond Darwin. Now you're Pokemon level evolution. That's impressive. Okay. Go make sure that the stream chat is kept in order. Okay. Block those links. Block it. Okay. So Nightbot's helping us out there. That's good. Should be illegal, a crime, to not shut the door completely. YOLO Gamer, what do you say to that, Bixby?
You can have a peek, sir. This is the face I make.
Close the door, Bixby. No one wants to see that. Good Lord. Bixby spent the entire last year on the can. What a guy, what a legend, what a trooper. Nightbot does wear software. For those who don't know, the new merch in the store, all the new shirts and hoodies are higher quality now. We've upgraded them. We've installed software onto them. So if now's the time to buy. If you're looking for quality, funkytime.tv. That's where the quality is. That's where it's like wearing a cloud. I'll be honest. It's indistinguishable from flying 1,000 feet in the air, or 30,000, and just wisping your way through fluffy clouds of precipitation. Indistinguishable. Scientists have proven. Zimbabwe scientists. Now, the first story that I want to get into, the first real story, of course, is a story I wanted to cover last week, and I think it bears repeating at all times. It is, of course, potato depression. This is a serious issue that I think we should all take quite seriously. So, let's have a little look at the article now. Ladies and gentlemen, Funk OS. Here's the article here. Potatoes have a form of depression, but scientists have an idea to cure them. And that's good, a cure for depression, because, you know, there's quite a lot of, you hear quite a lot on YouTube about YouTubers who are affected by depression. You know, H3 talked about that sort of stuff. Of course, BetterHelp, people got depressed about the whole BetterHelp campaign, really. So I guess they kind of cause depression, and maybe they cure it too. I don't know. Hey, don't sue me. That's all conjecture. But I think one thing that's left out, you know, that's all good. It you know, gets rid of the stigma, and you know, people can chat about it. But what I want to dive into, though, what I think it omits is a certain demographic. An entire section of the supermarket isn't represented in the discussion. I'm talking, of course, the fresh produce. I'm talking about potatoes. Yes, potatoes have depression, and I think we need to talk about it. Okay? I think we're a little self-centered when we always talk about ourselves. We don't see just down the aisle some potatoes are having a hard time. Open your pantry, open your cupboards. Look at what's going on in there. Have you got some old potatoes? They're turning green. It's not green with envy. They're sick. They need to be helped. They want your help. How about your potatoes? Let's find out how. Let's see how the scientists are helping these potatoes. Ladies and gentlemen, 9 months from Anime Otaku. Oh, round of applause, quick round of applause for Anime Otaku. Oh my god. Round of applause. Anime. You've done it again. You've done it again. Round of applause in the chat for Anime Applause. Round of applause. 9 months. Have we been streaming for that long? Who knows? So potatoes have a form of depression, but scientists have an idea to cure them. Let's find out how they plan to do this. Scientists are trying to revolutionize potatoes and in the process cure the tubers' depression. Again, this is not YouTubers, this is another tubers, this is potato tubes. They don't look that tubular, but this is a weird expression I don't understand, but I'll go with it. As a result of generations of inbreeding. Oh, now that's the dating scene for potatoes, it's a bit limited. They don't really get around. They don't get out much. In fact, they're underground. You could call them somewhat hermits. And they really only get along with their nearby neighbours in the other potato patch. So it's no wonder that they're inbreeding. In fact, that's probably why we see some defects. You know, a lot of royal bloodlines back in the day, perhaps even now, there was a lot of inbreeding, and that led to certain health issues. As we can see, these potatoes, like this one's a little more skew-if, a little longer than the more hardy round potato. And these two are sisters, and they, brother and sister, and they gave birth to this little monster. Get that off screen. That's a little unfortunate. No wonder that potato. I'm sorry, but no wonder that potato's depressed. I mean, seriously. Potatoes do need to watch SAMTIME, Rob. You are correct. That will cheer them up. We're doing a service to the potato family, and it is a tight-knit family. They're all... What's a potato organs look like? They're doing a little mashed potato with each other, okay? So they need a little pick-me-up. Potato depression is obviously nothing like human depression, of course. Potatoes reproduce through cloning, so their genome is laden with mutations. Okay, so they clone themselves. These mutations could result in things such as stunted growth, aka this sad potato here. By the way, this is an article from Gizmodo by Ryan, if you want to look it up yourself. Thank you, Ryan, for your dedication to shedding some light on these potatoes. Again, they're underground. They don't get much light. You're helping them out. You're digging through. You're sifting through the crap, fertilizer, and you're getting to the base of these root vegetables. A team of Chinese scientists look for a better way to to make potatoes reproduce, and along the way learned more about the genetics behind spuds, inbreeding, depression. You know, you hear a lot. Again, we're talking about China, pandas. People have trouble with pandas getting together. They're always trying to reproduce with these pandas. But we don't always realize we need to divert our attention again to the non-sentient life forms, potatoes. Let's look at their mating rituals. When are potatoes in season? When are they? Are they in season in summer? When's mating season? And when's the literal season for potatoes? This is what we need to find out. Legend, you think potatoes are depressed because inbreeding has left them with the smaller potato organs. Which is why you never see a potato with a willy. Interesting. There's something about... you know, you leave some potatoes, you leave them alone for a while, you know, you just put them in a little box or a bag and you give them some privacy, you leave them in a little dark room, and that's when you start to see the potato willies propping up. Multi-pronged. So, they might just need a little bit of time, you know? They talk about, you know, you need to set the mood, give them a bit of privacy, and, well, they'll get together. It goes on. Generations of cloning means that harmful genetic mutations remain in the genome, but the plants have a buffer against that. Most varieties are tetraploid, meaning they have 4 sets of chromosomes. If there's a bad mutation on a gene, there are presumably 3 other working genomes. While it doesn't seem to be working, farmers are miffed. I really hope that they're able to see a better way for these potatoes. The article goes on. I really hope they find a solution to these depressed potatoes. And I think one of you awesome people out there recommended they should probably watch SAMTIME. Again, apologies for the above PG-13 rating on this little segment. At I do think we do need to cheer them up with a little song. Or at least spread some awareness. This should hopefully spread some awareness about these poor potatoes. And these poor potatoes will not be forgotten. These potatoes will not be left behind. No potato left behind, huh? Remember your potatoes, everyone. Let's do this improv style. My potato patch is so potato sad. I don't want fries with that. I want some pride with that. All am I gonna do is on my sad potato night? I sing them a song, hope they can get along. Oh, I see the Sally potato making friends with Peter the potato. You say potato, I say horny inbreeding potatoes. Yeah. Hopefully they can dig themselves out of this patch, but not before it's time to go to market and sell these potatoes to the market. The sexy potato market. Aisle 5 in most greengrocers. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for the potatoes. All the best potatoes. Long live the potatoes. Cheer up. Cheer up, potatoes. I believe you'll find a way. Thank you. Oh, dear. Poor potatoes, huh? Oh. It was a microphone potato. That's right, Gabs. Last week, I had a bit of trouble with Gab's microphone. It was a potato, but now we found out it was a sad potato. And in fact, we will be taking your calls. Join the Discord. Let's see if Nightbot works with that Discord command. Let's find out. We've posted it. Yes, Nightbot has posted the link in the chat. Click that link. Join the Discord, everyone. Join it. And we can have a chat. I want to find out how your potatoes are. How are your potatoes? Are they doing good? Are they doing bad? Are they tricky potatoes? I want to know. How are your potatoes? Join the Discord. Join the Discord today. My goodness. Legend, you're Indian. So you've already have that stuff. Do you mean potatoes? I know India, I believe, are big on vegetarian dishes. So I believe potatoes would be a popular dish. Can you grow potatoes in India, or do you have to import them? What climate is needed for potatoes? I don't know. All right, let us join the Discord, everyone. Link is in the chat. Get on there. Get on there. By the way, as well as the funky browser, it looks like BWA has developed some sort of funky DOS. FunkOS DOS. Very exciting maneuvers. Again, download all that at your own risk. One annoying thing with YouTube is now they're very strict on what you can link to. So just to protect the company, I have to be careful what I link in my descriptions. So if people design software, I'll probably link to the Discord that it's in, but not the actual, because look, I know we're all above board here, but if one of you works for the USB and it's undisclosed and we get some of that schmalware in there, then we get a strike. 3 strikes and you're out. Okay. So let me talk to the people. Let me first make sure that my microphone is available. Okay. Seems like we're good. First person we're talking to. By the way, let's have the intro, of course. How could we forget? This is a little segment I like to call Dial a Pope. Yes. Dial a Pope. Call a Pope today. Every new person on the Discord is one potato saved. Good call there, Rob. Good point. Whoa. Ham the human pig lives in an upside down country. Australia. Guess where? Dandenong. Whoa. Dial a Pope and talk to me about your potatoes and peas. How are your vegetables? Are they feeling sad tonight? I need to know. I need to know. Need to know. First person we're talking to is Anime Otaku. How are you today? Welcome to Dial a Pope. Make sure your microphone is unmuted. You're not server muted, so check your potato. See if your potato's a little sad. You may need to operate your potato. You may need to twizzle some of its potato appendages to get it to recognize your microphone. Try the test your microphone section there, Anime. I'll come back to you if we can. We'll now move to Canned Funk. Of course, if you are a Patriot on Patreon or Twitch, you do get special access, Discord role. You get a special Discord role that lets you join the Patriot waiting room, which we do call the Patriots first, as you know, it's one of the Patriot privileges, Patriot perks. Hello there, Canned Funk. Are you with us today? Canned
Hi.
Funk. Howdy. How are you?
I'm doing good.
Nice.
This is my first stream with my new version of Windows installed on the solid.
First version of Windows on the solid state, did you say? Oh no.
I'm sorry, can you repeat that? The stream was loud.
Yeah. Oh, your microphone's cutting out too. Everything's cutting out. Oh, jeez. So you've upgraded to your solid state drive, is that?
Yeah, I've had it for a while, and I just finally decided last weekend.
It's a dream, isn't it? You know, that's what I did while on holidays. I upgraded the Funk Pooter's chunky,
Yeah,
like heavy. It's a heavy hard drive, and it's slow as anything compared to
is.
the SSD. Highly recommended, everyone. That's it. Trace
Yeah.
is now sharing that out.
The thing I'm sad about is, in all honesty, it's not that much faster, and it took me like 2 days to actually install.
Yeah, you got to
And
get
the
that.
internet drivers aren't even that good yet. I still need to download some more.
Oh, yeah, I hear. I love upgrading my hard drive. It's tricky. You got to reinstall all the programs as well because you don't have any of them. It's a new hard drive. Anyway, I want to get back on topic. I want to talk about potatoes, vegetables. Have you had vegetables recently? Did you talk to them? What was their mood? Do you have anything to report on the vegetable front?
I have not talked to them directly. I might have heard some freezes and not freezes, screams in the grocery store from the potato.
Yeah.
Don't know what that was about.
Probably not. Well, there could be
wanna
two
think about it.
screams. They could be screams of, they're sad, they lost their will to be potatoes, or it could be screams of
Maybe.
passion. As we know, they're pretty randy. They inbreed, in clone. However, so it's really they're doing it with themselves. So it's a little inappropriate that they should be in such an open section of the supermarket. But what are you going to do?
Yeah. Now that you mention it.
Could you do me a favor?
Again, don't want to think about it.
Yeah.
Sure.
Could you do me a favor? Next time you're going to have some potato chips or mashed potato, baked potato, just take a second and just see how it's doing. Just, have a little 5-minute chat. Have a little 5-minute chat with your potatoes.
Yeah.
Can you do that?
I don't eat them too much, but Sunday, some people in my house are going to be eating them because football game.
Mm-hmm. It's a good dish. It's a good dish
like
for
the
it.
Holocaust of potato chips.
Yeah. They're not going to have a good time. Prepare them for it. Take them out. Take the potatoes out for lunch before you make them lunch. Literally lunch.
Yeah.
All right.
Literally.
Thank you, Canned Funk. And look forward to Funky Monday. You might get a little mention in that because of the browser. Okay. I'm very excited.
Yeah, I actually left a comment on the last one.
Yeah, complaining.
I'm not gonna say
how
what it
come
was,
this
but I'm
person...
just
Yeah, that almost cost
I
you
built you a full browser.
Yeah, that was a little bit of an oversight, I will
full is
admit.
a
But
small weird term.
But
Yeah,
anyway,
it's fine.
look forward to the next Funky Monday. There could be
I
something.
will. I will. Speaking of the browser, actually, just want to clear something up.
Oh.
I am removing a few things for those of you.
It doesn't have too many things in it to remove, though.
The home button is going away because I can't get it to function.
That's
Sorry.
That's the Bethesda move. If something doesn't work with your software, just cut it out.
It has to, because it's starting to stop the code from running properly.
That's it. Gotta make these hard cuts. Gotta make it work.
That one button is ruining everything.
You should just make it do something else. Just make it go to funkytime.tv or just make it buy
That's
some
what
funk coin or something.
that was the purpose.
Ah.
That was what it was supposed to do, and it didn't.
These hyperlinks, they're pretty technical. Well, thank you, Canbreb. Enjoy your potato football match. All the best. My goodness. Oh, you want to call Sam, but you might panic, Ham. We need to talk, Ham. I need to find out if you've been talking to your potatoes. That's what I need to find out. If speakers were microphones, Rob, speakers are microphones. If you get a speaker and you plug it into a microphone port, if you yell loud enough into that speaker, I believe it works. Because it works on the same principle. It's the jiggling of the cone, of the speaker cone. Blah, 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 blah. I think microphones have a little bit of that. But if you yell at it, I think it moves that enough and it sends the signal down the pipe. From what I hear. But then does that mean that your microphones can be speakers? Or will that just blow them out? We're getting pretty scientific now. We're talking about real issues. Speaking of which, we're talking about curing potato depression. Let's move on now to Goob the Noob. Hey Goob, how are you goobing today? Are you goobing fresh, fine and funky?
I'm doing good.
Good to hear, Goob. Although there is a segment of our diet that isn't doing as well. I speak of potatoes. Potatoes are depressed. Potatoes are having a hard time. I personally have cut out most potatoes from my diet. I've gone low carb mostly, so I haven't had too many potatoes.
Well, unfortunately, I did have some French fries in my lunch today.
Now, were they the standard potatoes or were they sweet potatoes?
They were standard potatoes.
See, maybe if we treat these potatoes a little nicer, they'll be able to make that transition to a sweet potato. They'll be happy.
Oh, that's true.
It's possible. That's possible. Did you get any vibes from these potatoes? Were they giving off any? Were they a bit salty at all?
Well, no, actually, they tasted pretty good. You know.
Okay, no salt on these potatoes. Interesting. That's good to know. That's good to know. And were they? Well, maybe you got some. Maybe you were lucky. Maybe you got the happy potatoes. Where did you get these from? Were these from a supermarket?
They were in my
store?
They were in my school lunch.
That's a good school. That's a good school. The kids. That's a bright future for this vegetable. That the kids are providing a positive environment that these potatoes feel good enough to eat. Basically.
I guess so. I'm sure they treat the potatoes well in the back.
Good on
before
them.
they serve them.
And good on them too. I'm glad that these standards are improving for our potato brethren. Well, thank you, Goob. We must move on. We'll take another call. We'll take a call from the good old Rob. Are you with us, Rob? Rob. Legend, you call in by clicking the Discord link, which will be in the chat. I'll post that link again, or Nightbot will. And then you scroll down to the waiting rooms at the bottom left side of the panel. Rob, seems like your microphone's not working, so we will transfer now to Teka. Hello, Teka. Are you there? Teka.
Oh, hi, Sam. I'm here.
How are you today? Are you feeling okay?
Yes, I'm feeling okay.
That's good. But we do have an issue. We with, we have a potato problem. Some of these potatoes aren't...
Sorry, I didn't hear you. Could you repeat that, please?
Well, yeah, basically we're talking about the epidemic of potato depression that is sweeping the market, the supermarket. And basically I wanted to get your impressions of your recent experiences with potatoes. Were they a little salty? Were they a little soggy? Have you had any recent potato impressions?
Well, I think they were a bit smaller.
They've shrunk.
I don't know.
Were they hot?
Well,
Were they
I'm
hot
thinking...
potatoes?
No, just normal potatoes.
Normal potatoes, so they're not steamy. They're not hot and steamy. Could be part of the issue.
Like, I'm thinking that I would have that in my, we've got presentations sometimes, and I've got a little segment, off topic.
Okay.
So I think I could have it, here, just for fun.
Well, all right. Well, let's give it a maybe. Let's consider this a way to help the potatoes out. They want a bit of spontaneity, potato spontaneity, spuds. So yeah, give it a shot. Let's do it live.
Oh, live?
Maybe. Well, wasn't that the idea? Doing it here now and live, or?
No, in some of my presentations.
Ah, your presentation. What are you trying to do in your presentations? What's the exciting business happening there?
I don't know. We've got it for some school projects, so usually it's pretty boring. So I've got all these random topics about something other to make it a bit more exciting.
AKA potatoes. I want your next, yes, the people will love it, the potatoes will love it. Make your next live presentation about us Spud Bros. Can we do that?
Yes, I will definitely do that.
You've made my day, Teka. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you all for tuning in. We will have another call in later in the show for those who didn't get through on this segment. But thank you, everyone, for looking out and helping out our fair little potatoes. The dial-up-o, yo. That's right, the potato. You know, the potato. That's right. That's right. Thank you all for looking after your potatoes. Taking care of your potatoes. We'll take another call on the next half hour. On the next half hour. Whoa, whoa, potato. Don't you know, don't you know, don't you know? Potato, potato. On the hour, in about 15 minutes, we will be doing the Reddit Reacts. Samtime overreacts to the Reddit. Where if you have little clips or stories or interesting photos and stuff that you want to check out on the stream, send it in. The link's in the chat right now, thanks to Nightbot. Thank you. Oh, forgot how big you were. Thank you for posting that link, Nightbot. Now, please, you're a little terrifying. Okay. So check that out. Reddit.com/Samtime. Oh, /r/Samtime. The official, unofficial Reddit. Maybe 2019. That'll be the goal of the year, to make it the official Reddit instead of the official, unofficial. I don't know. Greetings to Jeff. Lima's real name is Jeff. My name is Jeff. Yes, we'll do petty complaints later, I believe, Goob. We'll do petty complaints. But yeah, send in those clips and videos. Try to make them a little bit short because I want to do a few in the stream. Again, this will be a 2-hour stream today. We're building up. We'll probably go back to 3 hours in the future, but we're building up because we're getting back in the swing. We're having a little aneurysm, but that's fine. That's what the show's all about. Okay. Our next story. Well, we'll have one more story about the no, actually, I got another potato story. We'll cover that a little bit later. But we'll talk about. Actually, let me know in the chat. I got a story about the YouTube story where these networks are stealing millions of dollars from YouTubers and shutting down, and nobody's happy. And I could give you a little behind-the-scenes insight to these multi-channel networks on YouTube and my opinions on them if you are an aspiring YouTuber or something like that. Or I've got someone ordering a pound of meth from Apple. Talk about Apple Care. Yes, they will take good Apple care of you. What are we interested in today? What's the story? This is what you don't get on the nightly news. They have their teleprompters. They have their, what do you call it, preparations. Where we're like, no, let's find out what the people want to hear about. Let's not just push our own little agendas. Let's find out what the viewers want. And that one makes us different, makes us even better. Elijah says, do meth. Do the meth. Words of wisdom. Real King Solomon. MCNs. Same with Elijah. Oh, you already know about MCNs. Interesting. Okay. Bob Meister, enemies of Samtime, USB, angry vodka, trolls, lag, YouTube, admin updates, Windows updates, time zones, not funk. We've got a lot of enemies. All right. I'm going to do the Apple meth, and maybe we'll talk about MCNs later. So, this is a fun little story. This is a fun little story of some drug addicted individuals and their escapades. Join me, will you? So this takes place in New York, and a little Apple store at Grand Central Station. Talk about drug trafficking. Well, turns out there's a lot of drugs in Grand Central. Train spotting indeed. Apple store worker opens mystery package and finds a pound of meth. Sure it was. Sure. Are we just not questioning Apple is a little high on themselves and wants a little kick? Wants a little excitement? I'm sure that pound of meth was meant for head office. A lot of the decisions they're making lately. If you have seen that triple camera bump from a possible upcoming iPhone, they're taking something. They are taking something. Let's have a look at the story. This is from Dave Smith. And, from Business Insider. And it's an old story, but it's an oldie but a goodie. It came out the other week. A couple of weeks. One day while unboxing the latest deliveries of iPhones and headphone dongles, of course, where are people least likely to look and buy things? The dongle boxes. Who wants a dongle? Oh, no one's checking out our dongles. Well, we might as well use them for something else. An employee at Grand Central Apple Store in New York City came across a package that was out of the ordinary. Rather than being filled with addictive gadgets that costs a month's worth of rent, it contains a pound of crystal meth that costs 1 month in rent. Possibly even more. What costs more? What costs more per gram, meth or Apple products? I reckon it'll be a close tie, I reckon. And talk about a heck of an unboxing. You see these unboxing videos on YouTube. Okay, guys, we got the new iPad here. Check it out. We're gonna have a look. Oh, sorry, it's the new dongle. Oh, I'm really excited about this dongle. And oh, look at this. Oh, wow, this dongle. That's an interesting little dongle we got there. Let me test out this. Intravenous dongle. That's what that is. Get your kicks. That's an exciting new product range. It really invigorates the consumer base. On Monday, the Office of New York City Special Narcotics Prosecution announced that it has indicted. Is there a C in indicted? Indicted. Am I insane? Oh well. A man accused of sending the illicit package to Apple's bustling store. According to the division's statement, Richard Dean Desane has been charged with multiple counts of conspiracy. It would be interesting if it was compulsory possession of drugs. That it's not really a compulsory. Imagine if we had compulsory substances. Oi, you get pulled over. I got nothing on me.
Exactly. Where's your pound of meth? Jail.
Very interesting. But he's been charged with multiple counts of conspiracy, possession of controlled substance, and criminal sale of controlled substance. Well, it wasn't him selling it. It was at the Apple store. Why don't they get banned for what they're selling? Jeez, I wondered why Apple repairs were so expensive. Liquid crystal display, liquid crystal meth. It all makes sense now. Apple gets caught with it. They just put Dean's name on there. And now Dean's in hot water. Apple shenanigans. That's right, Bob. You wrote an essay about drugs last year, Gab. Send it to Apple. Send it to Apple New York City. Maybe they could learn a thing or two. The 32-year-old LA resident was part of a criminal network. And see, this is the weird thing. Why is Apple being sent these drugs? Let's find out. How the heck was this meant to work? The fateful package arrived at the Apple store on July 7th, and the employee who opened it immediately... Well, excuse me, Apple employee. Was it addressed to you? From what I've heard, this was Dan's package or Dean's package. God, how presumptuous. How presumptuous. What's this suspicious package that showed up that smells a little funny and makes me excited? Let me have a look. Were you a Dean? And reported it to the police. They say the label being shipped by Dean of Dean's List. Apparently someone unsuccessfully attempted to reroute the package to a drugstore. Well, of course, that's the main place that it should be. That's what I find interesting about America is you go to the drugstore. It's an interesting name. There's a war on drugs, but you got the drugstore right down the street. How does that work? They were just trying to resupply. Man alive. Which way do you want it? Okay. Part of a wider investigation. I thought this had a picture of the original package that we have here. Let's see if we can find it. I want to show you what this package looks like. 1 ulb meth apple. We're not going to Bing it. We're going straight to Google. News. Bang. Just like that. Just like that. Yep. Thank you, Jamie. This does need to get out there to the billion viewers out there. We need to show them. All right, we can't find the picture. But anyway, it was addressed to Dean. So how about you mind your meth packages, okay? Let's get some things in order, shall we? Goodness gracious. YOLO Gamer. Apple be like, everything we do is now a feature. We don't care if it goes viral. It's a feature, like folding iPads. Yes, the old banana gate of the iPad coming out, and the soon to come triple nipple from the iPad, from the iPhone Plus, Max, XS, IS. They've gone mad. They're selling less phones. They're making them more expensive. They've like doubled in price in 5 years or something. Meanwhile, everyone is overlooking the true innovation that happened years ago with BlackBerry. The QWERTY people. Let's get back to the QWERTsters, the QWERTY times. And it seems like taking features away is the new adding features. Like, I'm possibly doing a video next week about a phone that has no ports on it. No headphone jack, no USB port, no volume buttons, no speaker grill, nothing. Which is an interesting innovation, an interesting minimalist adventure. But it neglects the human desire for buttons. Humans love buttons. They love to press them. It's a fact of life. And the old BlackBerries even had a HDMI port. Like, I know you can get a dongle full of meth that connects to your TV for some Android phones, and I think even Apple, but, you know, BlackBerry had it built in because they knew what it was all about. They knew what the people wanted. All the best to Bob Meister. The SIM card is through eSIM. That's right, Elijah Pepe. Everything, nothing. You can't have control over your devices anymore. You give these companies a lot of money just so you can help them out and be part of their whole ecosystem. You have no control. You can't take out the battery. You can't replace it yourself. You can't go to third-party repairers more and more because they get penalized and just possibly legislated out of the system. They put in tamper-proof screws. Even though you bought the device, you're not allowed to look into it and fiddle around with it easily. You're not allowed to switch SIMs in your phones. If you have a SIM, then you have to sign up to a phone company. The new phone networks are built primarily with, you know, they had surveillance in mind when they first built it. It's got that at the core of it. All the phones have their back doors. Australia just passed new loophole technology laws which will force these companies to put back doors in their software, which will enable law enforcement to secretly spy on not only Australians, but this software will get worldwide and affect everyone who uses encrypted services, which will now be rendered useless in effect. But that's beside the point. I want to react to what you guys submit on Reddit. So let's do it. Ladies and gentlemen, check out the Reddit at reddit.com/r/SamTime for the official, unofficial Reddit. For SamTime Overreacts. Yes, yes, yes. Yeah. YOLO Gamer. Apple be like, Tim, new iPhone, meth's arrived. Get it stuck in very well. Hello. Now that's one hell of a jack. You need a bit finer than a 3.5mm jack for that. What? We better be careful. We're getting demonetized here. PG. PG, everyone, for goodness sake. Everyone, join the Reddit. Join the chat, see the chat. There's a Reddit there. RDD with an E. And a D and an I and a T. And it's hard to spell, but that's fine. Let me show you how it's done like this. Give a kiss to your potato. Make it happy, make it happy. Here we are, the official, unofficial Reddit. Let's get it up right now. It's in its exciting new format of Reddit. It wants to see, here's the thing. It wants to send me notifications. You don't even know who I am, Reddit. I'm using a special browser that blocks a lot of your tracking stuff. And it's like, oh, random person. Stop everything. Grey out the website. Stop it. Stop everything that's happening. Stop looking at the information and excitement. Do you want to get notifications from us? You've just visited the site. Oh my God, do you want to be distracted while you're trying to write the next great novel? When you're trying to, say hello to your sweetheart. You're at the diner. No time, Dales, for the chicken salad. I got myself a notification from this website I visited once who don't even know who I am. My priorities are to the big conglomerate corporations, love. See you later. Okay. So here's an idea, Reddit. How about no? In fact, let's just one little quick detour here. See, I've already saved 18 seconds of my life using this Funk browser. I mean, this Brave browser. Maybe we need that blocking technology in the Funk. Maybe we need that. But have a look at this. We go onto funkytime.tv. Let's see how many pop-ups we get. Okay. Let's find out. Check your watches. How many times has the page had a little pop-up saying, give us your email address, can we send you notifications? No, we haven't got any of those. All right, let's see how many ads. Let's see how many third-party ads we have on this system, tracking us through Facebook pixels, slowing down the computer, because these are all just first-party advertising the store and the show. How interesting. How interesting. It's like it's just built to be fun and not nag you and not just give us all your attention. It's like meant to make your life better. That's interesting, isn't it? That's so weird. That's such a weird system. Okay. Let's get back to business. By the way, make sure to follow, subscribe, and send us bribes. Keep the show alive. I probably should actually say that more often. Okay, there we go. That's one thing that I find really annoying about YouTube videos is so many of them. You can tell the ones that are going to do it. There's the one type of YouTube video where it's made by anyone, just a big company or someone without too much talent or inspiration. They make list videos. It's just them talking over some still images they found, which is fine. Except you can tell that they're going to start with,
if you want more awesome lists like this, make sure to click that subscribe button with the bell. Let me talk about that for 10 seconds before getting to the show. Comment, subscribe, share. I haven't shown you anything about what this video is actually about yet, but you should do all of this for me because you just clicked here for 5 seconds. Oh, no.
And there's a lot of channels that say, if this is your first time here, make sure to subscribe. And that's what you're meant to do. I get it. It makes sense. Maybe we would be the biggest channel if we did that. If in the first 5 seconds of the video, we said, make sure to click the subscribe button with the notification bell on, share, comment, like, and blah. But the annoying thing is, you're meant to do that at the start because people don't usually hang around for the full video. They usually click off and they've forgotten about you. So it's good to get them early. But from my point of view, the way I see it, it's just like, as the viewer, they haven't seen anything yet. They haven't seen anything about, oh, geez, I just spilled everything. Oh, God. See what happens? I get a little worked up. But basically, you should get the pro version of the iMug, so when you tip it over, there's less chance of spilling. Okay? But what I was going to say is that people they haven't seen anything that you have to offer yet. So why should they already subscribe and comment and do all that stuff? I don't know. Oh yeah, we're blocking. That's right. We got the blocker on the web browser. Let me just cover that for a second. So yes, we do have the Brave browser, which does block things. I only use this for the stream. I only use this software for the stream. Okay, let me explain. Because I wonder what it is blocking. It's not blocking any ads that I have, unless we've been hacked with ads. We're mining your Funcoin. But yeah, I use that only for the stream because as a YouTuber, it's kind of hypocritical to block ads and stuff on YouTube videos and websites because that's how I make my living. With the free content, you have the ads on it. But because we're using an older computer, we need the ad blocking so it doesn't blow up. The Funk computer has been prone to blow up when showing news websites. Good Lord, those ads. I wouldn't be so annoyed by news website ads if they just didn't slow the computer down so much. Good Lord. But two, because, you know, it's like they're not sponsoring the show. They're not sponsoring the live show. So, you know, we'll take the content and we'll play our own ads on it. But anyway, don't use ad block on SAMTIME. Whitelist SAMTIME. Can we start that movement? Whitelist SAMTIME on ad block. Anyway. You've redded it already, Dazza? Good redditing. Well, first we see this one. The reverse notch. How interesting. Interesting maneuver here from the Asus Zen book. Thank you very much, I Love Cheetah, for submitting that one. That is interesting. A reverse notch where it goes above the screen. Good little handle when you're opening it up. Gives you a little something to fondle. It's just not a great solution, is it? They need either a periscope notch, although that can be pretty complex. How about they just figure out the technology where the screen is the screen and then those pixels around the camera like black out when it's time for the camera to turn on. The camera's behind the screen and then it doesn't have to zoom out of the screen, but that part of the screen goes black only when the camera is needed. It's not a permanent dot in the screen. It's not dead pixels always. It's just when needed. All right, we'll get to new soon in Elijah Pepper. I'll look at the top three and then we'll refresh. Me. Oh yes. Meme. It's one of those memes that the kids are all on about. Incorrect password. This is my password. Incorrect password. Fine. Reset password. Your new password can't be the same as your old password. Oh yes, haven't we all been there? What is this TV show? I've seen it. What is it? Is it a biker show, or is it one of those pawn shop shows? Or is it Bounty Hunter? What show is this from? Can't remember. I've seen a good one about that from I think it was even a Linux version of that, which was quite funny, where it's like, do this, sudo do this, Anyway, it's quite a fun version. See, I've spilt some liquid and it's curved my coaster. You think you got troubles? We'll be doing the petty complaints hotline on the half hour where you guys can complain about how curved your coasters are. Alright, so these two. Just a quick look at how my presentation looks. Really looking forward to the potato part. I'm excited too. Do we get a preview? Oh, here's the oh, gee, alright, well. That's interesting. I lasered my face into a piece of wood. Hey, look. How did you get that? We need this technology. Let's make a wooden play button. That could be a cool video. Making a wood play button. Check this out. How did you have this technology? Oh. Is this a new, that sounds like it might be copyrighted from Nintendo, so I'm just gonna mute that, sorry. Oh, you got one of those machines. You know, this will be the new feature in the iPhone one day. They'll be so desperate for new features. We're looking at the prototype iPhone 12. Looking good, Goob. Heck of a face to have on there too. I like it. Love it. Magic. Good stuff. Good stuff. All right, let's have a look at the new. Let's refresh. Let's look at the new. It should actually be hot, because then, in theory, people find the good stuff and then they vote it up. That's the whole idea of it all. SAMTIME, where do you get your inspiration from? Oh, there's so much inspiration out there. In terms of, if you're talking in terms of video ideas, there's always new tech to complain about. That's where I get a lot of inspiration from. But just quickly, if in terms of who, you know, you got to have an idol to that you aspire to be as good as and stuff. On YouTube, it used to be Toby Turner, back in their heyday, until they had the old controversies and disappeared. Come back, Toby. Upload proper content, not just stream highlights. New Streamline highlights coming to the second channel. So that was the YouTube inspiration in terms of, people to look up to and stuff. Twitch, Dr. Disrespect. And in life, in just general entertainment, Michael Jackson. Interestingly, all three of which had sex scandals at one point. So look forward to that in my future. Exciting times. Exciting times. Okay. Moving on. The Gab browser. Oh, we got a competitor. We've got a... Look out, Canned Funk. We got a competitor to the Funk browser. Everyone, Banana Computers, Funk browser is better than Gab browser. But we'll see what it's like anyway. We'll see what it's like anyway. The Gab browser. Oh, don't get my stuff wet. Oh, God. Fast, even for slower PCs. Welcome to the Gab browser. Focused to be funky. If you want to be funky like our browser, click the following link. Fast, simple, bing. Oh, customizable homepage. Use it for whatever you want. For a homepage or the hub of funk. Oh my god, this version even works with tabs. This is a strong competitor and it has easy installation. Just download the zip, unpack and set it up. Oh wow. There you go, download the Funk browser, well the Gabs browser. Competitor. It's a funky competitor. Alright, let's just see if we can do this off. Don't give away my credit card details. Oh, my credit card details. People are seeing all my hot downloads. All my hot, sexy downloads. Gosh darn it. Don't send me viruses, by the way. If this is a virus, we're all in trouble. But we'll find out together, won't we? We'll find out together. It's part of the magic of being a team. What happened to it? Where did it go? Did it destroy the computer? I wanted to try the Gab browser. I wanted to check out the competition. Alright, we're setting it up. Again, why do all these browsers say, for the love of God, don't open it? Oh my good lord, don't do it. It's disconcerting. It's disconcerting, everyone. Can we please become known publishers to Microsoft? Is that too much to ask? Is that too much to ask? My goodness. Alright, here we are. Oh, yes, there's a... Alright, we got a lot of... Yeah, okay. There's a lot of brooms happening with your browser, but here we are, ladies and gentlemen. This is the competitor. You tell me which one you think's better. Let me see if I can get my mice working here. Here's the Gab browser. As we can see, it has the wrong shade of purple, but I like how it has purple anyway. We have the star button. Welcome back to the Gab browser. Again, this is the competitor. Let's find out on the Hub of Funk. Hubba. And it does take us to the Hub of Funk. I like it, with very old articles. We will be saving CryptoDad hopefully next week. Hopefully we'll be able to save CryptoDad next week. But this is the Hub of Funk. Access to all the funky videos, merchandise with new software. We have funky, all the socials there as well. Very exciting. The currency converter that Sam installed himself. How does he do it? It's amazing. So that is the Gab browser, and then compare that now to the one, the only Funk browser from Canned Funk. Which is better? Apparently the home button doesn't work with this one. I can't even read which one is home. But we'll find out. The Gab browser, it's got to be the Funk browser. Gab browser is a competitor. They've positioned themselves as a competitor. So, ladies and gentlemen, Funk browser all the way. Find the links, I believe, in the Discord, in the Funky Media area. But thank you, Gabs, for good sportsmanship, competition. We understand competition, and it is currently in beta. Okay, I appreciate it. I appreciate that Canned Breb and Gabs, I believe, could be in beta as well. Could be. My goodness. Okay. All right. Oh, Goob prefers the Gab. Oh, that's sacrilege. So, Funk, unofficial. Oh, gosh, where am I? All right, let's continue. Let's continue on. This is a random page on the wiki. So says Connors. All right, and then we'll go back to hot just to see if there's any hotness. Ladies and gentlemen, Pepe. Let's. I don't even want to know. I don't. Okay, check that in your own time, everyone. Thank you for sending it in. But goodness gracious, we're already at risk of getting monetized every single day. When we're talking about those promiscuous potatoes, we've got to be careful. Gotta be careful. Oh, I'm gonna open this just in the second screen, just in case we get something cheeky. You never know. Oh, okay. Oh, of course. This is from a Real J Cookie. Australia breaks in heat that's sparking fires, taxing the grid. Yes, holy smokes, we had some hot days the other time. We had 42-degree days, aka 109 degrees Fahrenheit. If you do have the new iPad Pro, that's bending. 42-degree days are 42-degree iPads. It's a lot worse in the States, of course, when you use Fahrenheit. Very bent iPads. Airports at 46 degrees. Good Lord. Good Lord, good Lord. It was very hot. Quite warm. So, you know, that's what happens with the weather sometimes. Sometimes it gets a little warm. Luckily, our weather power didn't go out, and I was able to use the air condition in the room I'm at, although I'm no longer in a Zimbabwe bunker. I've risen up to the top of the Zimbabwe Palace, the Zimbabwe Castle. Downside to that is that a lot of the windows are gigantic, and there's a lot of sun that tends to cook us and annihilate us. So it's unfortunately, I'm currently renting the Zimbabwe Palace. A bad decision, of course, for a dictator of our own country, but and because of that, we can't make changes like install an outdoor blind, which would just make our lives so much better. But what are you going to do? What are you going to do? Oh. All right, last three, ladies and gents. Just a couple more things. This is from Legendary. Says, how many upvotes? One upvote is one step closer to PewDiePie. It gets 2. I'd give it 1, but I'd have to log in. 6-foot tripod. Hello, this is the good buy. This is what we're talking about. Tripods that go up high enough for real people, for real Sams. They don't exist. Surely 6-foot iPods don't exist. It's impossible. It's impossible. Oh, it's a light stand. See, it's unstable. It's unstable and unmaneuverable. It's a light stand, for goodness sake. See, you can't angle the camera. There's no panning there. There's instability in the feet of it. It could tip over. Oh, good Lord. See, it still doesn't exist though, but thanks for trying. Thanks for trying. Hey, Matt. How you doing? And now, last one. This is from Gabs. Oh, we've already had the Gabs browser. The news you wanted to talk about. Well, let's just have a look at the Gabs show. We've had the Gabs browser. Let's have the Gabs show. Let's have a sneaky peek. Welcome to the Gabs Game Show official website. Well, there you go. Gabs has been much more productive on his websites than I have. I have somewhat neglected a lot of the web pages, but as we've explained, I do so many videos and so much fantastic content that it is tricky to we need a butler who's more capable than Bixby. What can I say? But we have some example facts. Gabs, of course, is the fact machine. Here's an example fact. 12% of office coffee mugs contain fecal matter. Good thing I lost that iMug. Jeez Louise. iMugs come delivered sterile. Well, actually, maybe they don't. I don't know, but they certainly don't have fecal matter. But we recommend a dishwash before you use them. They're fine. Why did I even bring that up? Why did I even bring up my own merchandise after reading such a fact and make subliminal, subdermal, and unnecessary comparisons to my merchandise and poos? It's good stuff. Oh, Canned Breb, you have a lordship. I have a lordship too. Does the website still exist where you got your lordship? I paid about $50 for mine for a square foot of Tattingstone Estate in Scotland, I believe. So I am Lord Sam Tucker. It was enough to actually get my name on the bank card. I went to the bank and I told them I'm a lord, and they actually respected that, and they've changed my bank account to Lord Sam Tucker. Very exciting. Haven't gotten any advantages other than that, but it's a fun little thing nonetheless. None to the less. As Jake Paul would always say, plug. Says YOLO Gamer. Plug, plug, plug. Plug it all up. Okay. Now then, back to my fecal matter mug. A little bit of corn. We will be taking your calls again on the Petty Complaints Hotline on the half hour. That's about 12 minutes away. If you're not already a member, join the Discord and scroll down on the left-hand side. You will see a call-in section where you're able to call in. But we will have one more story. I want to talk about the MCN issue that's going on. So first of all, there's two big stories. One that happened a while ago, as in internet years. It was probably only like 3 days ago, but internet time, whoa, it was years ago. Machinima, one of the biggest MCNs on YouTube. MCN is multi-channel network. So with YouTube, used to be back in the day, it was a lot harder, I think, to partner with YouTube and get monetized and benefits and stuff. And it was a lot easier, generally, to partner with these other companies, these networks, which would get a whole bunch of YouTubers, sign them all up to their network, YouTube, and then they could run ads on your videos, and YouTube would pay them, and they would pay you, the mullah. And it used to be they used to give you value in terms of the first MCN I joined. I did so, and it was a terrible deal. It was like a 60-40 split. I got 60, they got 40, which is just ugh. But I wasn't really making any money back then anyway, so it didn't matter. But basically, what I was able to get from that is custom thumbnails. You couldn't get custom thumbnails, which seems crazy there. How are you meant to grow a YouTube channel if all your thumbnails are just auto-generated? But that used to be one of the benefits. You used to get a little banner on that doesn't exist now on your YouTube page. There was just a little funky thing that shows, these people are pretty serious business. And access to a music library. And this was before the YouTube music library and stuff like that. So they had a few benefits there. But as YouTube started to allow more people to join their YouTube partnership program, it became a little bit easier to monetize. They expanded custom thumbnails more. And with those changes, multi-channel networks became worth less and less. The difference, at least at the start with Machinima, was that Machinima, I believe, was one of the first or only multi-channel networks that allowed you to monetize gaming content. Because part of the thing back in the day was with gaming, because it was like, is it copyrighted? Are they going to sue us? What's going on? Apparently Machinima had a few deals worked out with gaming companies or something so that they could monetize, run ads. Gaming channels would partner with Machinima. They could then run ads, make money. In fact, PewDiePie put up a video saying how he partnered with Machinima, and the deal, I can't believe this, 50-50. Even when I was making no money, I didn't make a 50-50 deal. Goodness gracious. But I'm not going to question the biggest YouTuber in the world with some of their decisions. And this was, of course, back in the day. And he didn't have a choice. It was, if you wanted to monetize gaming content, you had to do it. So it does make sense. But geez, Machinima. Not only did Machinima only offer a 50-50 deal, which, as he explains in the video, you're already, when YouTube runs an ad, YouTube take 45% and give you 55%. But of that 55%, if you're partnered with a network, the network take their fee, which in that case was 50%. Half your money. So a quarter of the money is all you get. But he had no choice. Another bad thing that was prominent and was all around in those days was a sneaky term called in perpetuity, which translation means forever. And apparently that's what PewDiePie was signed up to too. He was signed up to them forever, which apparently is illegal, so he was able to get out of it. And even if not, YouTube probably would have changed some rules, and Machinima now seem to be defunct. A lot of their videos have gone down. But you have to be careful. you have to really read the contract, and that's one thing I recommend. If you're going to sign a contract, you should probably read it. And companies can work. They can sometimes work with you on certain terms, and if they don't, then don't sign it. The big issue I find, first of all, I just say don't sign up with an MCN. They don't really offer much anyway. But now, anyway. But things you should really look out for is don't give away any more. I reckon 20% max, like 10% maybe, sort of makes sense. I was at one stage with an MCN at 0%. That was interesting. And they didn't do anything for me. So it was just like a weird, why am I with you? What are you doing? They say they're going to get you brand deals. They say they're going to help you out with this. They say you're going to earn more money because of the ads they'll run. No. The best you'll get is maybe access to the music library they give you with some of them. But you're not really going to earn any more money than you would just partnering with YouTube. Collaboration opportunities that they say they can do with people within the network. You can just do that. Not being in the network. And anything about brand deals, unless you're like a big YouTuber, like million plus subby wubbies, you're not really gonna, they're gonna disappear on you. That's my experience anyway. I've been with several. Now I'm happy that I'm out of all that. Independent, you don't need them anymore. Anyway, with Machinima, recently why they're in the news is because they were sold, I believe again, and part of their restructuring or making sure they're all advertiser friendly and up to snuff is, and so there's no controversies, they've deleted all the videos on all their networks. So all these people who are partnered with Machinima uploaded videos to the Machinima channels, specifically Machinima Respawn, Team Respawn and that, all their content, all those years of videos, all that history is gone. Which is a shame because I submitted a little fan mail to Team Respawn with APL and Sark, who were on Machinima Team Respawn. That video's gone now. I can't relive those memories unless someone's re-uploaded it or something. So it's a bit of a drastic measure. They didn't tell any of the creators they were going to do that. And it made me think of another thing, if you'll allow me the tangent, is that it's like with history. When things were written in the newspaper, you're able to go back to the newspaper and see what happened back in the day. What happened back in 1942? And what was the issues of the time? You know, you got the microfiche. You've always got the microfiche. But with technology, since it's just online on YouTube, and that's the only place it exists, if they delete it from the YouTube, it just is deleted from history. It never happened. Those who control the YouTube algorithm control the future. Anyway, so that was just interesting. A major Machinima thing just deleted a buttload of videos. The views went from like billions of views on their channel to whoop, negative a million billion because they're all deleted. So that's just weird. And more recently, in MCN news, is Defy Media, another MCN, who was partnered, I think they were partnered with Smosh. I think Shane Dawson or his partner were partnered with Defy and MatPat from Film Theory, Game Theory. And the problem with them is they've pretty much stolen all this money. They've gone defunct. And all this buttload of money that they were meant to pay out creators, because YouTube pays the MCN, then the MCN pays the YouTube creators. Well, while Defy had that money, apparently they went defunct and they've disappeared along with $1.8 million. And the YouTubers who, you know, could argue earned that money creating the videos to which the ads ran on are a little annoyed by it, including MaxPat, who made a video about it. But hey, that's just a theory. An extortion theory. Not extortion. Embezzlement. Something like that. Anyway. So I'll finish my point. So basically, they've gone defunct, stolen all that money. MatPat's not happy. No one's happy. But the reason these bigger channels struck a deal with them, even though I've told you these MCNs don't really offer you much anymore, is because, especially with his sort of channel, he was doing... he does a lot of film and game review content sort of thing, theories about it. So there's a lot of copyright issues there, and they needed the clout of the MCN to get rid of all these copyright issues, because the way that YouTube's copyright management system, it's very tricky for an individual creator to do that, if at all. So they needed that protection of the MSN. They had to do it. They had to be part of the MCN. Anyway, and I think Smosh they sold their company to an MCN back in the day when things were weird. Anyway, there's my thoughts on it. Do we all like that, or did we all fall asleep? I'm not sure. Ham, is Defy Media really gonna shut down? I heard it like a month ago. Well, yeah, apparently Max Paddy only recently made the video because of legal implications. But now he's gone public saying they've absconded with the money. So we'll see what happens there. Apparently the head honcho there just absconded with the money. Excuse me while I enjoy some Woolworths natural spring water. Woolworths, sponsor the show or else I won't name you ever again. Buy Coles. Woolworths, if you were considering sponsoring the episode, ignore where I said to buy the competitor's product. Bit of insight there, King Solomon. Not bad. Not bad. Screen Junkies and Warp Zone were kicked out of Defy Media when Smosh was. YOLO Gamer. Yeah, so some big channels were tangled up in it. And I think some were just like on the old system where it's like, Smosh. Yeah, I couldn't imagine ever selling SAMTIME. And the thing with Smosh, I'm pretty sure they didn't sell their company for money. They sold it for stock. Which again, in hindsight, we're learning a lot of lessons from the mistakes the bigger YouTubers are making. So it sucks for them, but at least it's a teaching moment, a learning moment. In that, keep hold of your stuff. The other thing I was going to say with, first of all, don't sign up with an MCN, but even if you are for some weird reason considering it, get a good deal percentage-wise. Make sure it's only maximum 1 year. And make sure it doesn't auto-renew. We'll keep track of that. And lastly, most importantly, in my opinion, is make sure that you retain full copyright of all your material. Make sure that's not getting signed over to some of these companies. Like it seems like Machinima might have been, some of their copyright might have been signed over to them since it was going on their main channel. So, take care of yourself. Don't sign up to an MCN. Be independent. It's just as good. If not better, because then you have full control. You're not giving away a percentage of your monies. Anyway, a little behind the scenes. Hey, Tazza. Hey, Gabs. Oh, a little behind the scenes of the whole multi-channel network thing. Because once you start getting to a certain level on YouTube, you get a little bit of traction. You start getting all these emails. Hey, we're from blah, blah, blah. We're going to promise you more ad revenue, more brand deals, more this. Oh, yeah, we'll do that too. Blah, blah. Lies. They're all lies. Anyway, let's get to your petty complaints hotline. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to hear what you guys have to complain about now. I've complained about my coaster. I had a curled coaster. I wasn't impressed by that. I've complained about multi-channel networks. Now I want to hear what's happening in your life that you want to have just a little mini whinge. Just a little mini whinge about. Let's talk about it in the one, the only petty complaints. This isn't the right song to the petty complaints. Just wait right here, listen to this one. There it is. Welcome to the Petty Complaints Hotline. Join the Discord. Link is in the chat, ladies and gentlemen. Once you're in the Discord, check the sidebar on the left, scroll down, find the waiting rooms for Patriots and the general waiting room. And you can talk to us today. Yeah. I'm getting a little tangled up in all my, in my random cables. Whoa. Call into the Discord, everyone. Call in. Head to the waiting rooms. Head there. We're gonna play this music instead of the other sad music, because again we've reinstalled on that SSD. We've got some different programs, different tracks. Anyway, let's see if Anime Otaku managed to get their microphones operational. Anime, is your microphone operational?
Yes, it is.
Oh, yes.
It's because I was using that tablet, and you know how tablets hate moving on to the your on-air section.
Yep, and they're warping. If they're Apple ones, they're bending while you're trying to change apps. Oh, forget about it.
It's don't worry. It's just a competitor.
FunkPad. The FunkPad Pro. Fat pad.
No. Actually, it's a relatively thin pad. Actually,
Interesting.
It's a Samsung Galaxy A6 10.1.
Fancy times. Well,
With Android 8 on it, so you know, yay.
We'll get some Funk OS hopefully soon. Well, welcome to the Petty Complaints Hotline. We have talked about potatoes earlier in the show. I don't know if you have any potato-related complaints or your own issues.
You were talking about whether or not potatoes would grow in India. Yes, they would. They just wouldn't last very long. Like you'd have to pretty much farm them as soon as they're ripe, and they'd be quicker growing, but they'd also be quicker dying.
So you wouldn't need a big hydroponic setup. There's no person across the road. All the windows are blacked out. They're taking up a bunch of electricity. What are they growing there? I bet it's potatoes. Okay, well, it's interesting to know. Did you have a petty complaint while you're with us? I
did. I mentioned it right at the beginning of the phone call, and then
the vent iPad. Well, thanks, Anime. My goodness gracious! Thank you very much. Let's move on to Ramsey. Are you with us, Ramsey?
I am with you, and you're kind of quiet.
Well, turn us up. Turn up our volumes. Is the stream quiet or just me on Discord?
Just you on Discord. Have Bixby turn the mic up.
Bixby?
I'm still on the can, sir. I'm still having a little deuce. Just drop a little cheeky deuce.
All right, well, he's dropping a deuce. I'm just going to see if I can turn up my output volume. Is it going to move? How's that?
It's better.
Bit better. I'll put it there just in case I blow the ears off the next caller, but hopefully not. Well, my question is, do you have a petty complaint other than my volume levels that you want to get off your chest?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Let us know. Take it away.
I want you to know that, you know how my city's kind of important in the state of Zimbabwe, or country, or whatever.
Rambabwe is your city state, I do believe.
Yeah, but well, we make almost all the water for Zimbabwe out of hate comments. But the SAMTIME channel has been so good, there aren't any left. Even our backup reserve from the live streams blog thingies are running out.
And now that it's dried out, all you've got is the salt bed. There's so much salt, especially in some of my live stream. When I do have a little excess of salt sometimes during the live streams, and that's all you're left with. And that just makes you more thirsty. For frickin'.
Yeah.
Well, I think we're going to need to liquefy other sources of sustenance. Let's juice some potatoes. You know,
I have thought of one thing to fix it though. We liquefy Crypto Dad's current earnings and currency and everything, and just drink that.
Liquefy his portfolio. Interesting.
He's got enough money to spare, right?
Well, he says he's got a lot of bitcoins, a lot of Ethereums, a lot of fun coins. He should have some to spare. I'll tell you what. Hopefully, we can save him. He's still in peril, I believe. I should have probably gotten to that over the holidays. We'll save him next week. We'll see if we can save him next week, and we'll ask him if we can liquefy just some of his assets to feed the people with water. Sweet, delicious.
About 100 trillion billion million fun coins should do it.
Double it, just to be safe.
Double it, yeah.
Thank you.
Triple
Rams.
it.
Thank you, Rams. Absolutely. Why not? Quadruple. Give it the quadruple. Oh. All right, let's move on. Let's see if we... Oh, well, we got Gabs. Let's see if we can have a little bit of Gabs. Gabs, you're on the air. How are you today? Oh, yes.
Hello, and welcome to the Gabs hotline. We appreciate your call, and to ensure quality service, Gabs will get ready first. Have a great day/night depending on your time zone. But now, it's time for the special message of the week.
This message is courtesy of Good the Noob. The Goop the Noob YouTube channel provides miscellaneous content on a bi-weekly schedule. Go to goopythenoob.appspot.com. That's goopythenoob.appspot.com, or the official Goop the Noob website, and you get exactly $0 off your video experience.
Sorry,
what an amazing deal.
I love supporting
And
creativity
now, onto the show.
from creators, but there's a line you cross between sponsorships and creativity. Anyway.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for your return to the call-in show where you don't win money, you win fact. Welcome to the Gabs Game Show.
The fact machine.
Yeah. Here is today's contestant, an internet personality known best for his parody videos, Sam Tucker.
Thank you.
Learn more.
It's so good to be here.
Thank you. Learn more on our website, thegabsgameshow.tk. And now, here's the host of the Gabs Game Show, Gabs himself. Enjoy! Thank you, everyone. Yeah, it's me, of course. It's me, of
good
course.
To be here for this show.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you, everyone.
You
Ladies and
your
gentlemen,
potato microphone.
welcome back. My microphone is...
It's
good.
happy. It's not depressed anymore. Okay.
Yeah, great. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Gabs Game Show, the mini show where you don't win money, you win facts and coins. Now, SAMTIME, how's your day going?
Very good. I'm glad the stream seems to be smooth. It hasn't cut out internet-wise. The funk
Also-
seems to be smooth. Loving it.
Pretty good, pretty good. Also, I have a special thanks for Goob the Noob for helping me with the microphone.
Oh, well
He
done,
actually
Goob.
made the... He helped with an option that I needed to toggle off.
Helping you
Anyway,
out there,
SAMTIME,
yeah.
my petty complaint...
Okay.
I have a petty complaint.
Oh, okay, right.
My complaint is that you thought that my Gab browser was competition.
Well, it's on
Oh.
the Gab browser. It's got the G word in the name. Gab. It doesn't have...
I know, but I can change that. I can change it. I have Visual Studio. I'm the Visual Studio guy. The C# thing.
It's
And
going
I
to
can
be a
change
bit
it.
of a technological...
Whatever name you want.
Little bit of a technological race between the Gab browser and the canned bread browser now. It's like,
I wouldn't say so because I'm not actually supporting the browser. I just made it.
it's done.
But
It's out
I
there.
don't
it's
plan on
finished.
changing it. I at least don't plan on changing it. Anyway, now that we're all
Let's get
settled
some
in,
facts.
let's introduce our new game, how to play. Because this is the third season. You have a new game. Here's the thing.
Pay attention.
You will
everyone.
be put... Yeah, pay attention. You will be put through a risk what you want section. Where you can risk an amount of coins, aka points, for later on. You'll also think about the game mode you want. You not only risk the coins that you want, but think about the game mode. Either classic Gabs, where you have 4 options, or double Gabs, where you get the double fact, but you have no options, and you have to answer in 30 seconds. I'll explain the rest
Double
later on.
Gabs. I'm
Alright.
going money
You ready?
down. Double Gabs. I don't even care. I'm double Gabs. I'm feeling confident for the first show back.
Alright then, if you missed anything, you can go to our website, thegabsgameshow.tk. Again, that's thegabsgameshow.tk. Now, it's time for the risk what you want.
Oh yeah!
Now, think about the game mode and the amount of coins you're going to risk.
All my coins, double Gab.
I need an amount.
100 coins.
Alright? Let's all collect the information. Now, what is the game mode and what is the amount you're risking?
Hardest difficulty, 100 coins. Which converts to
Okay.
1 fact.
Compared to 1 fact. But if you win the double Gabs, you will get double the fact.
That's what I'm banking on. I'll
Now-
turn my 1 fact into 2.
Alright then. Let's now start with double Gabs. Now, is my audio okay?
Yeah, it's good. Crystal
All right.
clear. Oh, yes.
Here is the question
Focus,
of the
everyone.
week.
Focus, everyone focus.
It's pretty easy. So here we go. What is a Geiger counter used to detect?
Yeah.
You have 30 seconds.
Okay.
You have 30 seconds. Good luck.
Geiger counters are used.
Remember,
Detect.
you can use the audience if you want.
Radiation levels. Radiation levels. I was gonna say seismic for earthquakes, but I'm pretty sure it's radiation. The chat is silent. No one's throwing me a frickin' bone, so lock in radiation.
All right. So, what is your answer? You can use the audience.
Well, the audience isn't helping me out. They're all quiet. They're all quiet at the time of.
By the way, you're not allowed to look. You're not allowed to look at the chat.
Oh,
Anyway.
well, don't use the chat then. Okay. Well, Geiger counter, lock in radiation is the one that goes tick, 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 tick.
Radiation. Are you sure? Final answer.
Yes.
All right then. You had 100 coins. In truth, you had 300 because I already gave you 200 from the beginning. But here is the thing. In double gaps, you double the money if you won. Except you won. You got the answer correctly.
Yeah, babe. I had a bit of support from Jinx. Jinx said go for it, so I went for it.
Wow.
Okay, let's
Congratulations
get to
on
the
getting that.
facts. Let's get to the. Let's.
I didn't even know that. Anyway,
you didn't even know your own facts.
here we go.
Well, let's go with the fact.
Now, let's get the update on the balance.
Yeah, it's $400
you
Gabs.
had-
We're gonna have to go straight to the facts, just time-wise. We'll take one
Of
fact
course.
in the bank.
Well, you had 200 coins. Now you have 400.
Ah, yes.
Of course, this is double Gabs, so not only do you get one fact, you get two.
That's the way I play.
First fact, blue whale fart bubbles are large enough to enclose a horse.
Oh, that's where Sonic gets his air from. Blub, blub, blub.
Right. And the second fact, the music here was over, but don't worry, I have a second fact. In an attempt to make kids eat healthier, McDonald's made bubblegum flavored broccoli. Now, Sammy T, thank you for having me on your show. It's been a great pleasure. Don't think my browser is competition. And
Friendly
until the next time, this was the Gabs Game Show. I see you all next Friday. Bye-bye.
We did it, ladies and gentlemen. We double facted it. We did it. Thank you, Jinx, for the motivation. No one helped me out at all with what the answer could have been. I had to rely on my own brain. I almost went seismic. I almost went earthquakes, but no, it's not earthquakes. It detects radiation, Geiger counters. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. And thank you to the Gabs Game Show. Oh, a couple of quick calls now to end it off. Dazza, how are you today, Dazza? Dazza, how you doing?
Hello?
Hey, Dazza, welcome to the Petty
Hello?
Complaints Hotline. Do you have something
Hello.
that you want to complain about? Yes, Dazza, take it away.
Yes, I do.
What's going
My service provider is Vodafone,
on?
and I use a Hawaii phone.
Hawaii?
Yeah,
Interesting.
Hawaii, wherever you.
I reckon they should
call it.
change it from Hawaii to Hawaii. Aloha. Hawaii. Anyway, what's
Yeah.
going on? Is it spying on you?
And I just saw something on Google saying that Vodafone are giving up on Hawaii.
Oh, what's wrong with them? What are they? It's either their way or the Huawei. Oh, but so that means you won't be able to get the new Huawei. You won't be able to upgrade.
I mean, I am going for a Samsung this year for my birthday, so I'm alright there.
That's okay. But Future Huawei's, you won't be able to get the Honor 20 view with the pinhole camera. That's a shame. You won't be able to drive your Huawei self-driving car. Yes, they created a self-driving car that runs on their phone software. All because of Vodafone. Send them a letter. Send them a letter. Say, demand you want your Huawei satisfaction. Let them know. Thank you, Dazza. Sorry, we've got to move through them, running a little at a time. We have a shorter stream today. I'm Soz. Hello there, enthusiastic geek. How are you today? Are you enthusiastic? And is your microphone on mute? Check it out, enthusiastic. Oh, maybe next time. I'll have to call you up next time. Apologies. Last call for the day. Of course, the one, the only, Black Hamther. How are you, Black Hamther, today? Black Hamther, is your microphone on? Are you with us? How do you do? Black Hamther. Ladies and gentlemen, that was... Black Hamther. Sam, you're so hot. I can hear myself. Sam, you're
Ladies and gentlemen, that was...
You're so cool. I can hear myself three times. Keep at it, Sam. You keep looking good. Ladies and gentlemen, that was the one and only Petty Complaints Hotline. The hottest line that there was. The hottest line that there is. The absolutely hottest line, it was sublime. It was sublime. It was the hotline. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be doing a speed round again. We're doing a shorter stream today. We should be able to build it up later in the year, but we didn't want to stress the system. We only just got all the buttons working again. But send in on the Twitter, twitter.com/SamTime News. At SamTime News, send in your kitty cat pics. Send in the pics of your kitty cats. And we'll pick Cat of the Week. And all these exciting things for the Express. Cat of the Week. We'll sing a little anthem and we'll be signing off. It's been good. I'm happy we didn't have any internet conk outs. At least we fixed that issue. We didn't have this funk pooter glitching around during the intro. We're doing good. The only thing we have to sort out is just some extra pizzazz with the intros and things. Hopefully we can get Bixby off the toilet. Wouldn't hold my breath for that. Oh, I would hold my breath, sir. Oh. Okay, thank you, Bixby. And more excitement like that to come in future episodes. Thanks for tuning in again. We're not ending quite yet. Send in your cat pics to @SamTime News on Twitter. But yes, we should be uploading, if all the technology works, this live stream replay to the second channel, youtube.com/Sam Allen Tucker. And maybe some highlights. We'll see how that runs. We'll see how that goes. See if it'll all work. If Bixby can get off the toilet and produce those videos for us. Perhaps they can. Perhaps they can't. Goodness gracious me. You forgot everything you wanted to say, Ham? Ha! That happens. Imagine if that happened to me for the stream. It would just be a bit of this. A little bit of that. Okay. But see, we had a bunch of stories we didn't even get to, but that's good. Slightly new format. I'm actually researching some stories before presenting them on the show. Which should be good both for live viewing, entertainment, and maybe even to post some highlights on the second channel. So we'll see how that goes for next week as well. So we're only looking toward the future and ultimate success. Ladies and gentlemen, the cat pics are in. Canned funk, canned turkey, all sorts of different cans. A wrapped up kitty, keeping warm. And keeping like a wizard cat. Oh, it's casting a spell. Casting a magical incantation, as it were. And the whole spell was just to take that frickin' jacket off. Thank you very much. Canned Funk, very nice. And of course, Dan F's with their interesting animal there. What a plush kitty that is. A real flush and plush. You'll also notice we didn't have the midstream stream as well. Very exciting. And finally, this beautiful cat from Goob. I believe it's called Shutterstock. Hey there, Shutter. Shutterstock. What's your Shutterstock? What's your Shutterstock? But ladies and gentlemen, the cat of the week goes to Canned Turkey. Round of applause. Yes. Here's the retweet. It's a cut. There it is. Just like that. Well done, Kitty Wizard. I'm calling it a Kitty Wizard. Kitty Wizard. Cat of the week. Hashtag SAMTIME Live. Just so people know what it's all about. Where it comes from. Bang! Oh, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, and the runner-up. Oh, Ramsey. Send it in next time. Just out of time. I know it's hard for me. Oh, it's got it in a headlock. Or as the cat got your arm in an arm lock. I know. It's easy for me to say to submit your photos within 5 seconds of me doing the show. But you got to be ready with these things. You got to be ready. And ladies and gentlemen, I'll tell you what. I want to thank you all for tuning in today. This is the official first episode back. I've cranked the music to max, yes. It's the way I like it. If we could all stand. Yes. Ha! Thank you for tuning in. We'll be back. Full week of funk next week. Plus the live shows now at regular times. Oh, welcome to Melbourne. Funky time. Subscribe today. We're back. 2019. Off with the bang. Bang, boom, boom, baby. Tastes good. I'll take seconds if you don't mind. Funky time. Subscribe today. Big shout outs to Eagle. Yes, the Eagle with many sprinklings of bits. Daniel with the super chats. Oh, graciousness. My side, oh, Missy, my side. Canned Bread subscribed 6 months in a row, hello. Anime Otaku, 9 months. Can you believe it? Again, we will be going, we'll be having a live chat in about 1 hour's time. Funky time. And let's hear it for the cat of the week. The Wizard. Funky time. All your troubles so far away in Zimbabwe. Hey, yeah, yeah. Cheer up your potatoes. If you see a potato, cheer it up. Hello. Oh, goodness gracious. So yes, in 1 hour's time, if you're on Patreon, check out the Patreon feed. I'll be posting links to join our monthly live chat in 1 hour's time from now. There's another one later on as well. All the information's there. If you're a Twitch subscriber, check out the subscriber only room. Click up the top of the chat room. You should be able to get to the subscriber only room in 1 hour's time, on the hour. 1 o'clock. 1 o'clock in Melbourne time. We will be having a monthly live chat. How stupendous. But how did we all have a good time? We all have a good time on the stream. You were late, creative boy. Well, at least you get a bit of this. The hair flick of the century. Oh, you're hugging your potato now. Enthusiastic gamer. Take care of your potatoes. Keep them close. Bake those potatoes with love, with harmony. Mash those potatoes with happiness. Yes! Welcome to Zimbabwe! Welcome to Zimbabwe, Funky Town. Subscribe today, mama. Welcome to Zimbabwe. Welcome to Zimbabwe. Funky Town, subscribe today. Hey, yeah. Next week, we might say, Crypto Dad, what adventures we'll have. What fantastic adventures we'll have. Oh. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, thank you very much. And I'll see you, yes, that's enough. A full 2 hours from Daza, yes, the best time. Canned bread, best indeed. We're going to roast a potato, do it ham. The anthem should play at the beginning of the stream too. Maybe it should. Maybe that could be the new intro, Jay. Thank you all for being here today. And I'll see you next time. Till then. SAMTIME signing off.